More than 7 years ago, they lost their son, Junior, to gang violence. And yesterday, they were honored for their support of other victims' families. Carlos and Elizabeth Muñoz are joining us this morning. Guys, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
I see you brought the awards that you received. I want to learn a little bit about your son, Junior. This was in 2015.
Yes.
What happened and what were the circumstances?
So October 11, 2015, our son was a victim of gun violence. Junior had just turned 18. You know, he was full of life, young man. He was out that night to, drop off a friend at, on that street where, he was a victim of gun violence. So our son wanted to be a psychologist. So in his memory, we do all this work, to honor him and to remember him and to bring community together.
You said that he was a victim of gang violence. He was not.
He was not
in a gang. Is it one of these stories you hear so much sadly about? Just wrong place, wrong time. He's just a kid hanging out in his neighborhood, and this happens.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I was never a true believer of the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But during the court proceedings, we heard wrong place, wrong time. He was not gang involved or anything like that. He was dropping off a friend merely at his house.
Yep. And
these gangs are targeting young kids because they don't like the way they look, and they use guns and murder our children.
I don't know how you go through something like that and then turn it into what you've done. How long did it take for you guys to think, you know what, we need to do something with this. We need to make his memory and his life so that nobody will forget, turn into a positive. How were you able to do that, and how long did it take before that idea clicked for you both?
That's a really good question.
Really good question. It's hard because, as you know, a lot of us victims, we're also victims of parents, right? So we go through the trauma, the grief, the loss. So it's something that, is very difficult to overcome. There's so many challenges with it. I myself attempted suicide because I didn't want to live no more. The pain was so deep that I didn't want to live, but at the same time what stopped me from hurting myself is also my wife would have lost not only a son, but, a husband. So it's very difficult. So
I like that you brought up the fact that when this happens, it's the whole family.
Yes.
The whole family is affected, obviously. I'm glad that you thought of your wife and didn't go through with that because for yourself,
I would be devastated.
You wouldn't be able to handle that. So how long before you decided this center is what we're going to do? This is how we're going to remember Junior?
So it was about a year and a half afterwards.
Yeah.
It was like the first year is kind of foggy.
That's pretty recent if you think about it, because that time you're in this time vacuum.
Yeah.
And a year and a half is not a long time for you to decide we're going to do something special. That's impressive.
Yes, we, since he wanted to be a psychologist, we figured that the best thing to do is to continue his legacy and that he would not die in vain and that we would be able to help all the people that he wanted to help when he was here through spirit.
And he was your only child?
Only child.
Talk to me about Junior's trauma care initiative, because that's important as well, given the circumstances of what happened.
Junior's Trauma Care Initiative is an organization. It's a nonprofit organization that we founded. And our organization provides Blue Sage Counseling, which is our mental health services. And this is for everyone, all ages, family therapy as well. And we focus really on trauma, more of a trauma recovery center. Yeah. Everyone, has trauma in their life. And that's what we focus on. We also provide a DK program, Deterring Kids from Youth from Crime program, mentoring program. And then also we have an SRT, support response teams, where our advocates and our peer advocates will come out and help families. The police dispatch us over to help the families.
It takes a lot to kind of make all this work, a lot of teamwork, a lot of communication. The honor that you received last night, what did that mean to you? To get this. It's like a recognition, but the job obviously is far from over. Was that special for you last night to be honored?
It was because, like in the beginning, it was so hard to move forward with my life, with our lives. So getting into the award is such an honor, representing not only our son, our community, families, and more families, and gun violence is up in the rise. It's all around us now. Kids are picking up guns, ghost guns. So it's an honor to, be rewarded for something that we do in the community and help families.
And we do it from our heart.
Yep. There's meaning behind the whole
Yes.
thing. I hate to ask this question, but what can we do to end this kind of violence, the gang violence? It seems like there's a lot of people out there, and it depends on what neighborhood are you guys?
National City.
In National City. It seems a lot of these neighborhoods, you talk about this, people laugh. They make jokes about it in the neighborhood, on the streets, and it's not a joke. When it affects you, everything changes, right? What can people do? Because obviously the kids who are committing these crimes, for example, where are their parents, where are their support system? What can we do at this point? It seems like it hasn't gotten any better.
Correct. Prevention is key. I think we spend a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of money, and the after effect of what happens to these families, of what happens to our children. But prevention is very key. Getting the mental health services for trauma. They say hurt people hurt people. Well, we say healed people heal people. So let's heal our youth. Let's strike that. Yeah, prevention is I think very key. But yes, you're right. Like, crime is on the rise. But let's instill those morals, values, and beliefs into our children. Let's make them aware of what's happening out in our streets.
I think the Citizens of Courage, it says it all right there on the awards that you guys have in front of you. Well done. Keep up the good work. How can people help the center if they'd like? So
we have volunteer opportunities, mentoring opportunities, lived experience, unfortunately, peer support, volunteers, and then also donations. We bill insurances for mental health services, but all our other services are purely on donations as well.
It takes special people to go through a tragedy like what you guys went through and to turn it into something where you're helping others. It takes a special person, a special couple, in the memory of Junior.
Thank you.
We thank you both, Carlos, Elizabeth. Carlos, we're glad you're still here and supporting each other.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.